Should be live here now.
Hey guys, what's going on? We are Scotch for Dummies.
Are we there?
Live.
Are we there?
I think so. Make sure we
Alright,
got
so
audio. Give us a thumbs up.
Thumbs up for audio.
Thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up.
Yeah. So if you notice, we're missing a
Man, I
Scotch
hope so.
for Dummy here, but we have a little
Placeholder?
Got a little placeholder for old Mark here. Now he's going to be online. He says he's going to be coming online here. But what we got here
We'll see about that.
are some little tchotchkes for our Patreon members. And if you'll see, if you pull that up front close to the member, we got custom-made Scotch for Dummies bottle hangers. Right here, we got one sitting here on the bottle that we reviewed this week. See the Jura 10? Little Scotch, I don't know if I can see it on the screen there.
Sure they can.
Coming in, I don't know if I can see it.
Yep.
But
Actually, we
There
did
you go.
some improvements on our camera. Hopefully, the quality of the feed is better. I'd like to let me know if you guys think the picture is clearer. Hopefully, we got some better pictures going on.
I hope so.
Drew, as our IT tech guy, he's more than IT, he does all the technology behind us, what we do. We've been working like...
We couldn't do it without him. I mean, we could sit here and drink without him, I guess, but that'd be sad too, right?
It's fun.
We like having him around.
Yeah. I got the job done.
Luckily, he's not billing us by the hour because we'd be in a
We
world of hurt.
we can't afford all that on the electric. I can tell you that right now.
So we're drinking, guys.
Jura 10.
Jura
Origin.
10.
So this is their basic entry-level Scotch. They crank it out every year, I guess. There's nothing unique about it.
We loved the 16. Like that
Yeah.
was
The Jerk's on.
so good. I loved that bottle. And because I loved that bottle so much, I wanted to try some other expressions. So we picked this up just because it's their entry level. They describe it as light and delicate with warming honey finish.
And that's true.
Yeah, I'll give it that. I mean, it is light, it is delicate. I mean, you're looking at 43% ABV. So they chill filter this, I'm sure. I don't think it says on the box, actually, if they do or not, but I'm assuming that they do.
43% they probably do.
And so, I mean, it does have a nice light characteristic to it. But you're not getting a whole lot of subtle flavors going on in this glass at all. I mean, it's definitely an entry-level
I
Scotch.
think we did, what, 1375 or something on this one?
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
sure.
it was a pretty low score.
Yeah, I mean, and as I drink it tonight, it's I don't know, it's not a Scotch. I mean, it's clean, it's light, it's warm. I mean, I don't have any issues with it.
It tastes like Scotch.
I think the problem with it isn't that there's any, like, huge flaws with it that stand out and really turn me off from the bottle. I think it's more that it just doesn't really offer any complexity or anything unique
Right.
about
Yeah, it's
it to
fairly
make you want to go
one-dimensional.
back. I mean, you
It's
know,
malty, too.
this is my second glass, and I'm sure, well, we got about 2 more glasses apiece in that bottle.
We can finish it tonight. You know, it'll be fun.
So, I mean, there's nothing off-putting about it. I don't taste anything that's weird or, you know. But there's just not a whole lot that makes me say, man, I haven't had that Jura 10 in a long time. We should totally go back and grab a bottle.
I kind of look at it like one of these things where you're like, okay, I had a glass of it. What do I want next? Do I want one of those, or do I want
Right.
to wait again? Well,
Yeah.
let me look at something else for a second.
Right.
See what's out. You know,
And
if
we
it's the
got plenty
last
of stuff
thing,
back on the shelf.
right?
So what we got on comments? 'Cause
We got a lot of people talking already.
Yeah, so we've got
small.
Hoagie Bear, Telex is there.
God
It's
loves
whiskey.
you,
It's
sir.
whiskey.
Good luck.
Bowmore 15 is drinking along with us.
Nothing wrong with that.
It's whiskey is drinking to Bowmore 15. You gotta like that. Tiger Bell's online. Benjamin
What's up,
5566 is on. I think we missed somebody who was farther up too.
Probably.
Mark's supposed to be logging on here,
Jim
too.
Crowley's on. Mark is on. He's
Mark.
commenting. He's welcoming people, saying hi to everybody.
Yeah, he's taking care
What
of
do you
himself.
know? Mark's been
Benjamin.
kind of social, kind of outgoing. That's kind of what we have him for. He's a great guy for that.
So, Mark, you're on the
Yeah.
other side of the screen for once, man. How do
We
you
did
think?
him up with Google Hangouts for a minute,
Did.
but I feel like this is a better use of his time, right?
Wow.
He can moderate the channel for us.
He's all right. He's all right. I
Yeah,
don't
he's
know
our
how much
moderator.
moderation he does.
Well, he's had some glasses too, so it
Yeah.
could be a little bit of a.
Yeah, he's
Fun
been trying
night
some
for
new
him.
stuff. He's,
Yeah.
I don't know, traveling for work or something.
Yeah, tell him what you've been drinking, man. You thought we were going to hit one of the bottles we just bought.
He
and
was-
so.
So he was at a
feeling
Scotch
out.
bar tonight, and they had a great big list. Boy, were they overpriced. So the most, I think, overpriced that I saw was the Johnny Walker Blue, $72 a glass.
I hope that's a big glass, man.
That's like half a bottle to make it
What's an
worthwhile.
8-ounce pour?
That's crazy. 8
You'll
ounce
be all
pour.
right.
That's like,
All
I need a 10-finger pour of
they,
that.
They were hitting it hard, though. I mean, it was. I would have
I mean,
been.
Dewar's White Label was 18 or something, or 11.
11. I
So-
would have felt a little sheepish charging somebody $11 for white label.
Yeah,
That's
a bottle's
just me.
like 20. So you know.
I mean, I guess if you're willing to pay it, I'll take your money.
Sure.
I'm not going to be that guy. I'll totally take your cash.
well, yeah, it's one of those
But we,
proprietaries of a fine restaurant. Yeah.
I do not offer white label at my establishment, so we have the 12.
So there's a comment. Like I said, the audio and video were out of sync. Let us know for sure. I'm definitely, the reason the picture quality is better is I upped the resolution and the bit rate and frames and everything else. So I'm basically pushing it probably to the max tonight. So if you,
Everybody's
me
having
know.
that problem.
oh really?
As long as you don't look at their mouths, everything's fine.
Might have to drop that.
Do we need to
Drop
slow
that
it down
down
a
a
little
little
bit?
Well, let's get through it tonight as long as you guys just drink more scotch. You'll probably sync up eventually.
When your
I like
eyes
that.
sync up with your ears and get out of sync, then we got a problem.
we'll just go like this the rest of the night. You won't be able to tell what's
Yeah.
going on.
I'm going to look at you guys. So what else we got on the comments?
Let's see. No, Mark's talking about his old name 21.
Oh,
of
Mac
course.
25 was $335 a glass.
Dang, that's
Yeah.
just
How-
that's
how-
overpriced.
How? I don't understand how anybody would pay that.
Because
For,
you have
I
money.
mean, for any, yeah, you gotta have stupid money.
Corporate card.
Yeah.
But who has a?
Not low-level corporate card. I'm talking corporate.
But you still
corporate
got maximum.
I-
meals.
card. I know
don't you?
people that.
No, with sales guys, they don't have much of a budget, but
I know people who do not have limits.
Oh, wow,
So
that
if
would
you
be
wanted
nice.
to
Yeah,
drop
that's
it-
right. You probably seen them come in and
Yeah, all the time.
how many bottles you want?
Yep, that'll be next week.
Really?
It's race week.
Race week.
We'll start getting race teams in this week, so
Nice.
it'll be good.
Are you stocked up? You
500s,
got plenty of bottles behind the bar.
yeah.
Take care of
It's all. Nobody's coming for scotch. They're coming for cheap fruity drinks and beer.
Next week.
We'll do like
okay.
I don't know,
Race week.
probably do
We'll start getting race.
50 kegs a weekend. It'll be fun.
That's a lot of beer. And you can store all that in your basement.
Oh yeah, for the weekend anyway. Then we'll have to get more. Wow, there's a big comment that just popped in. What was that?
go to your, let me see your phone. I'll fix it for you. Yeah, the audio thing, I just saw it too. I could probably jack with the guys, but I don't want to mess with it right now. So let's just let it go and get through it tonight. We'll do some more testing next week.
So Mark's like over talking us because he can.
Well,
he
because
doesn't
he
have to
can.
slow down. He's typing away. So we got John DeVoe is at home. I'm home, not at my girlfriend's house. So
Nice.
You know,
So he doesn't have the good scotch tonight. That's
We're-
what he's saying. All the good stuff's at his girlfriend's place. Maybe.
so you have more fun chatting with us than hanging out with your girlfriend?
I mean, we do
No,
enjoy hanging out with all
we
you guys.
may
I'm
be
not gonna lie.
fun, but dude, we're not.
No, we're cool.
All right, so John also can't find the Jura 10 unit. So
We're actually we're going to review the Superstition pretty soon.
yes,
We've got some of that to review. We already did the 16, so there we go.
you see that a little bit.
What's going on?
Freddy's Whiskey Bar in Amsterdam. Gosh, it's
500 euros a dram.
oh, it can't be a Johnny Walker.
Wow. Maybe the Odyssey. That one's pretty expensive, right?
That might be it.
Wow.
500 euros? That's like
So-
$700 US.
Let's take the time, guys, and do a big shout out to our
You guys. So
Yeah. So what is this? A $3 per video level?
Yep.
We'll send you one of these, which is a little bottle hanger you can throw on your bottle at your bar. You can be an official member of the Scotch for Dummies Club with those with the bottle hangers.
We made a couple of them.
Yeah, you can see we got a few.
I got a few.
We're just waiting on
pretty
patrons.
cool,
That's
actually.
all we want.
And actually, these are made out of barrel staves that I had in my garage that I've been making some stuff with.
Yeah, so
I'm actually sitting on a bar stool I made out of barrel staves.
so we took a barrel stave, we sliced it up. We got the Scotch for Dummies logo laser engraved on them. Got a nice little leather strap on there to hang on your bottle. All set up, ready to go.
Handmade by us.
Handmade by us.
It's kind of amazing, really. Because we don't have really enough free time to do a whole
Oh,
lot.
you know what?
Busy drinking. What's that?
I didn't have the audio on the orange switcheroo, so we went blank for a second when we were talking about the Patreon.
So why don't you go ahead and fix
So
that?
that's our tech guy right there.
Hey, man,
You get you another glass of scotch.
you
Just
know
calm
what?
down.
You guys don't understand how much work is involved in this.
I do.
This is why we need some more money to help us out. So the whole thing with the Patreon thing, we're just saying thank you to our patrons that are supporting us so far. If you want to become a patron, please go to our site. You can see in the video here with the 3 buttons, subscribe. If you want to donate money directly to us using PayPal, you can using the PayPal information there. It's just scotchfordummies@gmail.com. Or if you want to be a patron, love to have you. There's all kinds of cool different rewards. We were talking about, you couldn't hear us, but we were talking about it. The cool little bottle holders we're making for you guys that we're creating off of some of your old staves. And
We can also get some Glencairn glasses and all of some other things you can get based on the level of giving. And and the beauty of that is if you kind of want to join but you don't want to commit a bunch of money, you can put a cap on, a monthly cap. And so you don't have to overspend. We're only going to charge like 2 videos a week. That's all we're going to put out. We're not
time for anymore.
We may do additional content, but it's not going to be charged to the Patreon people. It's not what we're doing it for. So
Drew for the win, yeah.
Yeah, Drew for the win.
That's all right.
So we've actually been fortunate enough to pick up a bunch of scotch lately.
Yes.
We've got some great
We got some
deals.
good ones.
We got some really cool stuff. We've already reviewed a couple of them, but I think we've got... I don't know if we're going to show what we're doing or if we wanted to be a surprise,
A
right?
little bit of a surprise.
We got some good stuff.
Some of our eagle-eyed viewers will probably be able to pick out 3 or 4 bottles back on the back shelves that we haven't reviewed yet. But we've also got some stuff at your house.
Yep.
I know we've got a couple bottles.
We got some viewers sending us stuff too. We got a couple bottles
Yep.
back there that
So
we're
that-
excited to try. Which thank you very much for sending
Oh
those.
my gosh.
Love it.
One
Those are great.
that we're extremely excited
Oh
about.
my gosh, I cannot wait to review that one.
And we're not going to open that.
Can we do it
until
now?
it's- No.
No.
Mark's not here. You won't know. Right?
That would be
Mark
good.
will be mad.
Let's do it.
Mark was already mad that we were going to open up one of the other bottles. So we're going to stick with Jura 10, at least until we sign off.
Exactly.
So I'm looking forward to trying some of the other Juras. The 16 was great. I loved the 16. The 10 is just too young for me. It doesn't offer the complexity that I was hoping for. The Superstition and what's the other one? The Superstition is the lightly peated.
Prophecy.
Yeah, I don't know enough about
Maybe.
There's
It's on the box, actually. Yeah, Prophecy. How do you like that? So Prophecy is a heavily peated. We have the Superstition to still review, which is the lightly peated. We just got a couple of small bottles just to try that one out.
we sampled a couple years ago.
I'm not
That's
really
pretty
sure
good.
what to expect with that one because the 16 is not peated at all. It's got a lot of sweet influence, and it was really rich and creamy. This one is obviously super light and got some honey flavor, but there's not a whole lot of complexity, so I'm anxious to try some different stuff.
What's up, Cato? Welcome to the show.
Hey, we got a comment here.
Oh.
Park 18 for $99. Buy it.
Sold.
Buy it right now.
How about the
How about we buy it and you said
how about the Glen Grant 50-year-old?
Only $14,000 a bottle. Hey,
That's
we
it?
tried that.
I would
We did
totally
that.
I would totally love a bottle. My only problem
we did
is
do that. That's pretty cool.
You need a lot of Patreons to pay for
Yeah,
a $14,000
that's a lot of
bottle.
I'll tell you what, that little sip we had was so good I would smash that whole damn bottle.
That 15, I think we did like the bottle afterwards. It was so good.
So there's some discussion going on in the comments around Cole Isla and what was the other one? Lafroig and Lagavulin. Yeah, and I would agree with Telex that I think Telex and I may have a common taste bond.
Wheelhouse.
Yeah, I think we're on the same wheelhouse. The Coal Isle is a much lighter, brighter Scotch. It doesn't have the depth or the deep smoke that some of the other ones have, that the Lafroig and the Lagavulin have. So if you're wanting just kind of that, it's more than a whiff, but if you want just a lighter kind of touch of smoke to it, Coal Isle is definitely
I enjoyed it.
a much better choice for that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want that charcoal, then you got to go Lafroig. And if you want that earthy, medicinal, salty, then you go to Lagavulin. And so those are kind of your main.
Coal Island really didn't do a whole lot for me when we tried it. It wasn't bad. It just didn't really. It wasn't memorable enough that I was like, yeah, I got to go back for that. But I would like to try another expression by them just to see if maybe I'm.
I think we have to.
Missing out on
there are lots of those kind of medium light peated scotches
They're a
out
big
there.
player out there. We need to do some more work on them.
I mean, there's some good Scotch on that island.
Oh my God, Hoagie is going to go pour himself a dram.
All right.
4 a.m. I love this guy.
All right. So a couple of additional comments. Let's see. Probably good price for Highland Park 18. That's for sure.
149. Jim says 149 by him. By two, exactly. That's what we're seeing
a good
too.
Deal.
They're expensive here right now, so.
So people are talking about the little taste test kits, which Drew just held up that bottle of Jura. Mark actually went. They were selling them out, and they had I think 3 or 4 different ones.
They had a ton of them up there. They were different,
but they were blowing them out for like $6 each.
Yeah.
So I think that if you haven't had maybe a distillery and you want to kind of try it out, that's a good way to sample some of their offerings without spending a bunch of money and see which one you actually like.
Right.
I know some of them have, depending on the distillery, some of their expressions are very different.
Oh, absolutely.
So I mean, like Jura's got 2 that are, one that's lightly peated, one that's heavily peated, one that's not smoked at all. So you can kind of try some things out and see what you enjoy. And I've seen some that are, from different distilleries, all 12 year or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good way to get in for not a lot of money and try out some stuff and see what you like before you pull the trigger on a full bottle.
Yeah, I mean that's the key. You're going to pay more per ounce in those little test kits, but again, you get the variety that you're able to get for the price of a bottle. You get 5 or 6 bottles for the price of 1 bottle. You have more per ounce, but because Scotch has such a wide flavor profile potential, it's definitely worth doing that. And that's when I talk to others, the guy that actually engraved this, and actually I was going to shout out to him, L&J Designs. No, it's not. I'm going to have to look that up. I think it's J&C Designs did the laser work on this for us. And he said he tastes beer, he does wine, but he's never been able to really taste Scotch. I mean, he'll drink whiskeys, he'll drink sometimes mixed, sometimes rocks, even sometimes neat. He said, but I've never been able to really taste the differences in whiskeys. And that's because you haven't tasted all right whiskeys. And if you're drinking lots of predominantly bourbons or Tennessee whiskeys or some of those that are more common in this area, you're not going to see that much difference. And a whiskey is a whiskey is a whiskey. But when you sit these unique whiskeys side by side, and even if they're a bunch of 12s or a bunch from the same distillery and the different caskings and different grain bills that they make out of those, that's when you really understand and appreciate the differences within a whiskey, even within a single distiller, within a single year, within any of that kind of stuff. That's the beauty of Scotch. It's the same thing as wine. It's the same skills.
Yeah.
You nose it, you taste it, you wash it around your mouth, you let it all happen.
You drink a bunch, feel good about life.
Yep.
Open
and
up
the more
another
you
one.
taste, the better it is.
Have to get more and more expensive stuff because your palate changes and you have to go for the more expensive bottle.
Yeah.
So Lee
right.
sent us a picture. Tiger Bell sent us a picture on Facebook. I'm looking at it right here. I'm not going to put it on the live feed, but I'll show the guys there. This is
from Jura.
From Jura. This is pretty cool.
Man.
There's some kilts going on there.
Malton in Montreal feels like he's watching CNN. Nah, we're way more entertaining than that.
Yeah.
They talk about the same stuff all day.
See, and that's what I love about this feed that Drew set up for us. You can see the comments going around on the side. live feed, because that's half the entertainment.
It really is.
We're so busy talking, we don't get a chance to read as many of the comments. that flow
We
through
try. We do try to get everybody though. I mean, that's one thing that at the end of the day, we love talking about Scotch, reviewing Scotch, and sharing with you and talking to you. And you guys are what we're all about, just hanging out with you guys. So appreciate you guys even being here tonight with us.
Somebody spotted the 15.
What?
Glendronic.
Who noticed that?
Who said it?
Travis.
Raymaster. This guy's got some good
Travis.
Scotch too. I've seen him comment in other places too. And we need to do some sample. I think you can get like $20 sample kits online. You can start shipping
Well,
stuff back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, you just get those little airplane bottles, you wash them out well.
$20, you can get like a 10-pack, right? 5 ounces or 10 ounces or whatever.
That's worth doing.
Ship them to us. Wink, wink.
Oh, Dirt wants to know best food to have with Scotch. Actually,
Creme brulee.
we are. Well, it depends on the Scotch.
Yeah, that's true.
So we're actually going to do a food and Scotch pairing video, and I'm going to actually walk the other three through pairing up some Scotches with some food, and we'll just do a real
I'm
quick
looking forward
video
to
to
that.
talk to you guys about it. I'm actually going to cook for these guys.
What?
Yeah,
More than pork nachos?
that never happens, right?
The pork nachos are great, but
So
you don't pair that.
I've actually got some stuff coming, and we're going to do that video fairly soon. So be on the lookout for that. I know a lot of people have been asking questions about what Scotches you should get, and especially when you're out to dinner, you can order some things that maybe you haven't tried before. It really is important to pair it up correctly with the food that you're getting, because otherwise, I mean, it can really make or break it. The dinner that we had the other night was, I mean, the food was great. But not all of the Scotches paired well with all of the
No,
courses.
they didn't. Right.
So you have to kind of be picky about it and choose your battles on it. Some food just doesn't pair well with Scotch. It just doesn't lend itself.
But I
to
liked
that.
having the options to know what didn't.
Yeah.
And what.
So I think, kind of knowing your regions a little bit and having at least a baseline idea of what you're going to be getting when you try that glass is going to help you pair it up. But we'll talk about that in the video when we do it, and just some of the flavor profiles that you're looking for to pair things up well with food.
Cato, he's baiting us.
Really?
Kleinlish? I think is what it's supposed to be.
Kleindish.
Kleinlish?
I don't know.
Kleinelish?
No.
That's good. I know that's wrong.
Oh, you're right.
Kleinlish is what I've heard recently. Maybe see if you can be phonetically.
Nice.
What's that?
He
Man,
wants to play.
you come here to Indiana, I'll take good care of you, man. Or if we make it more out that way, you can meet us halfway. We'll get it taken care of.
Maryland. Yeah.
So we talked about it earlier on, but we'll hit it one more time. Jura today, our review. Decent bottle. We're drinking it right now. If you guys,
Yes.
I'm not sure what you guys are drinking, but
Got all sorts of
I like it. But you know what? I'm ready for something different now.
All right.
What are you guys thinking?
So Hoagie
Yeah.
Bear, he pours 2 at a time, 2 to 3 at a time.
Oh,
Morlock 19 single cast strength, port finish versus Ben Rick 19. Okay, so who? Oh, you saw an ad for
Man, he's
Ben
going
Rick
crazy.
19. Ben Rick single cast strength, port. Do you know somebody at these distilleries that you can get
Dang,
these
Hoagie.
unique castings that nobody else in the world knows about? That's a true test.
Yeah, it's here. God, Ray's like an eagle eye, man.
Dude, that's the problem with this high
So
res
maybe I should
video.
bring the high def back down
Yeah.
again because we'll be in sync audio. Is the audio still out of sync? I haven't listened to it for a while. I'm assuming it is, but
What are we having?
I don't know,
boys?
man. What are you thinking, bud?
Something we haven't already
I want
reviewed.
some smoky.
Well, we do that, I guess.
Scapa?
A scope, we can have some of that if you want.
Ooh, it's
Not really.
Well, it's not up there.
Oh, give me a glass of the. You know what I want? No, 2 over. There you go.
Well, if you're drinking that, are you
Yeah, I
kidding
gotta
me?
wash my glass up for that.
I took that out.
This isn't online yet either, though.
That's all right. So I know somebody was talking about Wine Line Media is talking about barbecue oysters. We can do that.
Yeah.
Actually, we may do a live video
We should do it for the
sometime soon for our crawfish boil.
Yeah,
Got
Is
that
it July?
coming up.
so we had
June.
raw oysters in Ardbeg.
Yep, that was good too.
So you take a raw oyster, you pour a little Ardbeg on top of it, shoot it. That is a good combination. The brine and the smoke and all that. Ooh, that's money.
I'm gonna make some creme brulee, and we'll have some creme brulee.
Yep, that's good for Scott.
That's always well, it's good for some of them.
So let us think.
If you get the right pairing, it's kind of like the right pairing with a good wine. It just everything works in harmony, and it makes both things better.
And that was the amazing thing. So we were drinking, when we had that Glenmorangie dinner the other night that we posted on. Well, I guess we didn't post live, but it's amazing how those scotches paired so well. So, some really high-end scotches don't pair well with certain foods.
Kato's having chicken
disappear.
tacos.
Mark's pissed.
Why's
Drink
that?
the stuff I don't like.
He's got a bottle at home. You can't be mad, dude.
If you were here, you would have a glass of right now. Here, pour him one over there. It's from Mark.
Here, I'll drink this glass.
All right, it's good.
There you go, Mark. Oh, smell that bottle.
I feel like I'm getting screwed on this
So,
deal.
Wine Light, hello, Malta. Yeah, Malta in
Hey,
Montreal.
I'm intentionally doing a small pour. I'm not going to take all your good scotch.
You can call us Dummies, too. That's what we call ourselves. We're Dummies.
What's going on?
He calls us Scotch for Dummies, Dummies. Or Scotch Test Dummies, Dummies. I mean, call us Scotch.
Yeah, I mean, we're all done.
Dummies and Dummies, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm not offended by the title.
Mark is not out in the woods. He's in the land of expensive scotch.
He sure is. Got a lot of new faces tonight, guys.
That's good, man.
Alex.
There's a lot of new faces.
Ray.
Yeah,
What are we up to on how many people are watching right now?
about 27, I think, or something.
So we've actually the bottle we're all sipping on right now. We've reviewed it, but we haven't posted it yet. So that's
can we put it out there?
probably not. We'll make that a surprise for later.
So it's a smoky. How old is it? 10-year, give it ish.
Mark, this is awful.
8. No.
Test strength, 8-year. Yeah, it's 8-year. Smell that smoke.
That is a good glass.
So
That'll put you down.
when we started this a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, I was the smoke kid. And these guys were like, I don't really like that. It's not really for me. And now
That's not true.
as the
I
young,
like the smoke.
he did. Yeah, he brought us in. Mark and Jura are kind of the young Padawans on with respect to smoke, and now everybody's learned that if you do that smoke right, it's a beautiful thing to behold.
It kind of explodes in your mouth.
Malton in Montreal's drinking the Glendronach 18.
Ooh, nice.
That's awesome. Talk to us about
We're big
that.
fans
Bud.
of Glen
Tell us
Drone.
about that. What do you
Big
like about
fans.
that?
And then Bradley, did you see that tasting? That Balvenie flight, 12, 17, 21, and 40 year.
What?
That's a hell of a flight. For $140, that's a good price.
Definitely.
Nice work, man.
Wow.
Man, I'd love to get a bottle of tea.
Omaha. Man, I need to fly back to Omaha.
True, you're just being a jerk.
So, Dram Dude, man, the 18 you picked up, send us a sample. We'll review it with you online.
Dronic 16.
Tiger Bell, if you want to send us some crawfish boil, we would totally take it. That'd be good.
Yeah.
Last year we got in 30 pounds of live crawfish. I had them overnighted to us, and then we did another
A bunch
What,
of Old
20
Bay
pounds
and-
of
Crab legs.
butane shrimp, and we had some king crab legs and those
onions
it was-
and garlic and corn and
It
potatoes
was
and all that.
ridiculous. Yeah, we did it up right, but
The second batch was better because we had more of the Old Bay,
yeah, if you want to send us some seasoning, we'd totally take it, because I'm sure you got the good stuff.
Well,
down there.
and what's your recipe? I mean, if you could share it. It's probably a family secret.
They got to send us the seasoning.
No, yeah, we don't probably have access to the seasoning.
Hey, hit us up, Malta, when you do that stuff. We'll check it out. Your lineup.
Yeah, totally. Oh, except the 15.
Mm.
We were lucky enough to score a bottle of that from somebody who was way nicer than we would probably deserve.
Yeah, I think the 15 Revival is not something you can find regularly.
It is not made anymore. So if you do find a dusty bottle out there somewhere, you better pick it up.
Yep.
Yeah, but Malton in Montreal, we'll definitely check that out. I'm interested to see the 18 because everything else that we've had is excellent.
Bradley, I agree with you.
What? You're shooting it? For what? Who shoots Scotch? I mean, well.
Well, I guess was it like an expo or something? That may have been. So there's a group of guys that I went to high school with that I'll once a year we'll go and we'll have go to a cabin. We'll hang out. We'll play games. We'll catch up and everything. And last year I took a bunch of scotches over with them. And these guys are not Scotch guys. They do whiskeys. They do beer. They do lots of different good quality beers. But they just had never done Scotch. So I took the Scotch and I had like 4 bottles, and we poured it. Each person got a glass. Now we're using solo cups, so it wasn't exactly the best way to do it. But they're like, all right, so do I just shoot it? Like, no, don't shoot it. You taste it. You let it roll over your tongue. You do, and then by the time we got doing this, these guys are like, wow, I would really. This one's mine. This is my Scotch, and this one's mine. And it was really cool to see these guys that had never tried Scotch pick their Scotch. You could pick their flavor profile. Some like the smoky. Those are the guys who are drinking the dark beers, the black coffees. You had people liking the lighter scotches who maybe don't drink the lighter beers. It's just, you have a Scotch that fits your profile. And it was amazing. These guys had never done it before. Boom.
I'll tell you what, a lot of people, they're intimidated by it. They don't want to try it. When they get a chance and are offered a chance to try, samples from different things, it's amazing.
Cool. It's really neat.
For me, in my job, I take a lot of people when we do tasting events. A lot of the liquor purveyors will put it on just to kind of get you out there to try a new product. But it's also a great time to bring staff with you who may not have a whole lot of experience.
Right.
So when you go to one of these things and you taste 30 different wines at once, I mean, I can sit there and lecture you about different flavor profiles from Pinot Noir versus Cabernet versus whatever. But until you sit there and you taste all of those wines in a row, and you taste stuff from the same vineyard in different, flights.
That's crazy. Yeah.
That's what really starts to solidify it in your head, how these flavors differ. And it's the same with Scotch. A lot of these distilleries, when you taste a whole flight from, we've done Lagavulin a couple of times.
Johnny Walker.
It's amazing once you sit down and you try all of them. The things that you can pick out and differentiate between, the different scotches is really cool.
Yeah, each distillery has their new make that generally is pretty consistent, unless they're doing specialty scotches. What do we like that?
Electric chair. That's pretty good.
I totally agree. If you're shooting 40-year-old Scotch, you shouldn't even be drinking.
Scotch. Just.
It sat in a barrel for longer than probably they were alive.
Are they millennials?
Probably.
Wow.
I mean, come on.
I would probably slap people that were trying.
No, Hunter, welcome to the show, by the way. But you probably noticed that the production has kind of gone up a little bit. We got better picture and everything else. But unfortunately, the bitrate I'm using to give us that is kind of throwing off the audio. So I'll have to work on it a little bit. Apologize about that. But hey, it's a
keep typing it in. Oh, it's Keith. Keith Peterson's
Keith's on.
Hey, Keith, what's going on?
What's up, buddy? You are the man.
You are the man.
You are the man. Yep. So scroll up through the. I don't know if you can see the comments, previous comments.
Yeah, there's. No, he can't. If it's
no,
I'll have to watch the video now.
John, I think a lot of the online places that you can buy from have a lot of the small bottles, and you can even pick. I mean, it doesn't have to be these 4. It can be whatever you want. A lot of places are offering that just because it's. I mean, it's an investment buying some of these more expensive scotches. So.
Yeah, and that may be what we're going to go to here before too long with some of the really nice bottles we want to get. If we can use some funds to buy a couple of small bottles, we can split them at the bar. We can spend our time reviewing them. We won't have the bottle here like this to talk about, but that's all eye candy. The real money is what's in the bottle and what's in those little small bottles, and that's what we're here for.
Yep. Well, just expand and try everything we can, really.
Do we do?
I'm just here to hang out. I mean, I'd be down here.
I just love how I know Mark's doing a good job of commenting, but it's just I love how you guys are talking and answering stuff before we even get to it. You're like, oh, you answered it for us. It's great. It's awesome.
Makes our job easy. We'll just sit here and drink.
Yeah, we'll see you drink and read the comments. Tell us what you're drinking. Tell us what's going on in your day. Tell us why you picked a certain Scotch. Why did you go with the Benriach 19 versus Dewar's 12?
Yeah, or tell us what you're drinking right now. It'd be good. Just anything.
I want to know how Hoagie's Drams are treating him. He's got some decent stuff going on.
Well, the Benriach, man. Oh, gosh.
Although I'm not complaining about this glass right here.
This is a tasty glass, dude.
This is money.
I put this one in the banked up list.
We rated this pretty high, and this was this is a little different bottle. So
hopefully we've hidden it well enough so nobody can tell what's going on.
it's not what you think it is.
You guys
though,
with the eagle eye.
I'm sure
I don't think they'll
Ray
get
will
that
figure
one.
it out. I'm sure. I don't know. This is a pretty tough one. This is something that you don't see too often. So
Just hide the box over
I'm
there.
gonna hide the box just in case.
Video quality is
Oh, well,
fantastic.
good. So I just need to work on the audio. I think I can fix it. I know what to do on that one. I don't want to mess with it right now because I don't want to screw up our feed. So, but next week, hopefully, we'll have the same quality and the audio won't be synced. Hopefully.
What are you saying?
Yeah, wealth of Scotch knowledge. You're right, Mark. Hey, look, Mark Broda's online, guys.
Who's Mark?
Mark Broda. Say hello to Mark Broda.
Is he new? I don't recognize him. It's been a long time since he's been at the bar, so I don't
Right?
know who that is.
I think he lives out in the woods. He's a
He doesn't live
legend.
here anymore.
So the Dalmore, yeah, there's a lot of NAS stuff going on there, but
So the thing that I find interesting is, so we were talking to the Glenmorangie rep, last week, and some of those non-age statements are older than you think they are. So they don't put an age on there, but the average age of some of these non-age may be 10, 15, 20 years for some of these really expensive, quite honestly, high-end bottles of non-age statements. So to say just because they're non-age, they're going to be 3-year-old scotches is not
Right,
true.
that's
but
true.
I
It's
also
not
think
fair.
that there's stuff that is NAS for a reason. You know what I mean?
You're right.
Well, sure.
And that's what our job
Absolutely.
is to review those and tell you, this NAS,
Like,
don't bother. This one, money.
our review next
That's
week,
our
we'll
job.
have one of those we're talking about.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's that you want it to be. You're like, oh my gosh, this is going to be great, right? You want it to be good, and then you're like,
Well, you know,
not good.
It's not as good as I want.
there's a
it
lot
to
of
be.
marketing around some of them,
Yes,
and
there is.
you know, and we've seen some that have, should we say, it looks like a ploy to suck people in, like just something that they're doing that's different or weird, just to kind of be unique.
There is. There's a lot of that. And that's
some of
marketing.
that works out great, and some of it not so much. So I mean, it's really hard to say. Just looking at that NAS bottle, especially when some of these are, $150, $200. Some of them more.
Yeah.
Is it really going to be worth it?
Yeah, I mean,
that
I would love-
gets tough as it gets more expensive.
I would love to be in the office of a master distiller when marketing comes in and says, hey, Bob, Joe, whatever your name is, I want you to make a non-aged
Mark was totally
at
voted off the island.
$150 a bottle. And I want it to taste like blueberries or something. They have some weird marketing thing that they want to send it to, and the distiller's going, so you're going to have some weird mash build or grain build to create an off flavor to be able to counteract.
I think honestly, I think a lot of the Scotch industry is just scared right now because, the last few years have been in turmoil for them because they're running out of Scotch, and they're like, "What the hell do we need to do?" And their legendary Scotches they've been able to produce and hold on to for so long that acquire that taste. Now they're running out of it, and they realize that the industry is stronger than ever was. So they were like, "Oh crap! How can we get? Well, we can't just wait 12 years now. So let's push some stuff out the side, get it in there, try to meet the middleman in the middle." I think they're just trying to do everything they can. Some guys are hitting out of the park, and some guys are not hitting out of the park, and that's what we're talking about now is trying to find that right road to say, you know what, these guys hitting out of the park for NESs, go buy them, and I'm okay with that. Some of them, yeah, they're just marketing because they're just trying to save some money here and get going.
Yeah, that's our job.
Yeah.
So if you see some NASs that you want us to try, let us know. We'll hit them as soon as we can. Once we can get some information on some bottles on them and taste them and get them out. There's some discussion going on that I think is interesting on here. What do we want to say here? So Raymaster, do you ever buy bottles where you all pitched in, or are you usually buying separately for each other or for yourselves? That's a good question. We were actually just going through the finances tonight. So oftentimes what we'll do, it's a complete mix. So a lot of times guys will be in the liquor store and say, hey, I want that bottle. We'll take it and review it, and I'm going to keep it on my bar. And that's how we do it. Other times we're like, all right, we've got some money on the bar. We'll throw cash in weekly. and then we'll say, time to buy a good bottle. So we go and figure out what bottle we're going to buy. So it's really a mixture. But that's what makes it possible for us to do it. We got 4 people here.
It really helps a
That's
lot.
the only way we can be doing a weekly review.
And now you're helping too, so it's great.
And so that's going to allow us to take that pooled money in through Patreon or PayPal or, even just sending us bottles and build that depth of variety that we can get here.
Yep. And all the help is granted, that's for sure. We'd love it.
Yep.
Greatly appreciated.
What you got?
Man,
There's a lot of...
there's so many comments, it's hard to keep up.
Wait, 200 comments going on? Is that what I'm seeing? No.
No, just tell me.
Oh, man.
18 sherry peated cask.
Hoagie, we did the Benriach 17th Solstice, and that was
That's great.
a great bottle.
We got
I
the
love
bottle.
that bottle.
We got the box.
And
The
actually,
box is on the bar.
I wouldn't mind having another bottle of
That's
that
a
one.
good
That's a really good
Scotch.
one. I'd like to do some other Benriach expressions. Actually, I got an email today, and they only had 17 bottles. I didn't email them back.
Time. So that's one of the ones that Hoagie's tasting.
Yeah.
Benriach 19.
Well, not this one. This was a single cask.
That's what he had. What? Oh, well, okay, you're right. It wasn't the exact same cask, obviously. But he was like a single cask strength, port finish, whatever. So there was a local liquor shop that had a Benriach. Well, actually, you saw the bottle. You saw the email, Sean. What was that bottle that we missed?
I don't know.
The Benriach 19, cask strength, single cask, single barrel.
I was trying not to look at it too close because I wanted it, and we just bought a bunch of Scotch, so I can't get them all.
I can't get them all.
This was a Benriach 1994 19-year-old single cask number 1722 peated Speyside single malt Scotch.
Oh my gosh.
They had 254 bottles from a single hogshead cask, non-chill filtered, no color, natural cask strength of 107 proof.
Woo.
And it was going for $129 a bottle. They had 19 bottles. They probably still have one if we email it. I'm just throwing that out there.
I feel like we're just like making it rain up there.
Yeah,
We totally are.
So that's the conundrum we got there was 200 bottles in the world. So us reviewing that doesn't really help.
But I really want to taste it.
It doesn't really help the people that this site is designed to help. So we got to be a little careful on that. But yeah, we still want to taste them. That's true.
So Twitch, and I'm familiar with Twitch. I watch it a lot, and it's more. I think it's more of a gamer thing for the most part, right? It's all game broadcasting, and game broadcasting is a huge industry.
Oh my gosh.
Honestly, we're lucky to be doing this right now with the time we have and everything else, and we're not really. Honestly, we're not doing this to make money as a business. We are basically doing it because we're having a great time as friends and getting together and sharing information. The reason we have the PayPal and the Patreon thing set up is just for helping out, buying some Scotch. That's all we ask for, really, is just to help us out. Because
keep
some
things
of
going.
the bottles we're getting now, we're getting into they're quite expensive. They're not the $50, $60 bottles anymore. They're the $100 and $200 and $300 bottles. So it's getting harder and harder for us to keep going. So that's the reason why we're doing this now.
And we're trying to upgrade equipment and do it a little better. So
And the
provide
camera
better videos for you guys,
Yep.
and still maintain our quality and keep throwing things out there that we feel proud of. So
Yep, exactly. But it's an interesting point, but I don't think we're going to Twitch. I don't foresee it.
Well, we're considering doing some consulting with other
Yeah.
Scotch YouTubers and other Scotch communicators out there that are active in other media as well. And, we do a lot of YouTube. That's primarily what we do. Others do primarily other media, Instagram, blogging, those kind of things. And so if we can bring the different groups together and kind of share on different media, I think that's where we're going to really be able to help each other out. Just bring each other up and just discuss. Sean was doing some investigation today, and he can tell you about kind of some of the people he's been looking at.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people out there, and it's interesting to see some of the different viewpoints and some of the people that are kind of just getting started and maybe aren't really out there so much, don't have a whole lot of followers, or people that are, like you said, in different media that, you know, have a good group of followers, but not necessarily people, you know, from YouTube.
Yep.
But I think that there's a lot of people out there that are doing some really cool stuff. You know, they're getting access to places that, you know, we can't get to just because we don't live in Scotland. Or, you know, they're not just focused on Scotch or just on whiskey even. So, you know, I think that there's some people out there that would be interesting to talk to and collaborate with, you know, on a video or two. So we'll see what we get going.
One of the cool things too in our live stream, like right now, would be cool is we got this TV behind us as well. And so we're talking about trying to figure out how we can do and get some of you guys on the screen with us during our live review and just sit back there and have some conversations and stuff. So
actually, some of our higher Patreon levels, that's one of the things.
That's one of the things we're doing. Sure.
You're going to get Skyped in on
on
one of our reviews.
Yep.
And that'll be cool.
Yeah, that'll be great.
You know, it's always nice. We actually have some people that don't live around here that we've Skyped in before, and it's kind of fun actually to have that extra person that's here but not here, and they're having a class. And
I mean, the bar's open to everyone, so that's the whole point.
We love it. If you all live closer, we'd just all be sitting around in my basement having a drink. So, because that's how we do it.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
This is good stuff.
Mark's asking questions, and
why is Mark not asking questions?
What? Why is he? Because that's what he does.
He's a troublemaker.
Yeah. Mark, the solstice is not still in production.
Is it not?
No.
Mm-mm. Oh, really? Okay. Huh. From the laptop, and I'll join you with. Oh, okay. For TEDx, we'll work on that, buddy. I'll email you, and we'll get together on that one.
Oh,
what?
That'd be all right, Kelpie.
See, I've not done Kelpie.
I know, that's why we gotta
we
gotta review.
We've not touched a Kelpie before.
You'll have to send us some too.
Have we ever seen Kelpie around here?
We could get some, I think, if we wanted to.
Okay. You know some people?
We do know some people, so that'll be good.
That's exactly what I'm going to do, Telex, is I've already got HTML. We've done it before in a previous review a long time ago with, I think it was Chad, your
when you're
cousin, and we did it. It was kind of cool. Technology's changed a little bit. We've changed a little bit, so we need to do some practices. Maybe I can work with you and do some trial runs with it. But yeah, we want to try and figure it out somehow, because at the end of the day, we're just trying to get more interaction with you guys. So we got TV back here. If we can bring you guys in somehow without screwing up. I mean, the only problem we have here, as you're probably seeing, is really the bandwidth. That's the biggest issue we have here. We don't have huge,
we don't have huge pipes
here. No, we don't have any of that kind of fun stuff. So we're limited there. So we got to see what we can do and get on the screen at the same time
to make it work.
Yeah. So we'll figure it out.
We'll get it together. It'll be good.
Oh, that's soft. We get some tasting bottles. We just got to buy some bottles and send them.
Oh, really? That can be done, my friend.
We can do that.
I've already got some in the store.
It's in your cart.
In my cart.
Well, that should make it easy. So yeah, so we can so let us know if you got some unique bottles and you're willing to share.
We will send you empty bottles. And we don't know how we get them, but if we get them, we get them.
Because
what are you looking for?
I don't know yet. I'm looking. I'm done with this.
I guess we're going to put this away now.
Because by shipping law, we are not allowed to ship alcohol to different states of the country, and that's okay, but...
If you end up shipping, though, FedEx and UPS is the way to go if you don't use mail.
No, FedEx is more likely to be able to get it to happen. And there are also certain shippers that work. So if you go into FedEx, you might not be able to, but there are certain shippers that may be able to work with those to make them happen.
I think
that is...
It's yours.
Kill it.
Getting empty. The Talisker.
It sounds more promising than it actually is, right?
What?
You got it, buddy. Give me your address. We'll send it to you.
So go to our email. Send us an email with a mailing address.
It's actually it's under the PayPal too, so it's the same thing. So email us there if anybody wants to talk to us.
ScotchForDummies@gmail.com.
Yep.
It's not secret, not creative.
Nope. If we get spam, we get spam. It's okay.
The secret knock.
Mm.
That smells good too. Little distiller's edition. We'll take that.
I'm gonna cut this one up. Now, one of the other rewards we're doing is bottles.
Yep.
So we already have some bottles to give away. We're gonna assign them, and you get the nice bottle holder as well. And I think we're gonna get to. I'm working on it. It's a trial thing right now, but I'm actually cutting bottles and making them turn them into candles. So we'll see. We're not Scotch Trooper cool, but we're gonna try.
Well,
Yeah.
we're reasonably cool.
Yeah, I got some tools. I can make some things happen. I can
We've
sand
done
and
some cool
polish
stuff.
glass and
We pulled some stuff out that we probably shouldn't be able to. I built this bar.
you did.
I was
Yeah,
even
hey.
reasonably sober.
And it's still standing.
Oh yeah. No, this thing's not going
No,
anywhere.
it's
I'm glad I didn't have to carry it downstairs. I didn't know you were
This weighs more than my car.
Wine Light Media, I promise you, the quarter cask is delicious. It's probably one of my favorite Laphroaigs out there. It really is.
Yeah,
I mean,
actually,
for the price, you cannot beat it.
That's one that we always go back and talk about. And kind of
It's great.
it's kind of a yardstick for other scotches in that price range, just because it is consistently good.
It is, and it's just got a good blend of flavors. It's more than unit. It's not one dimensional. It's just got greatness.
Yeah.
The sweet, the smoke, the peat, it's just a perfect blend. It's really good.
I don't even have a bottle on the bar right now.
No, I saw some last week. That's the other thing you asked about, how we get bottles and stuff. And so sometimes we do go, and you know what, we have a bar, I have a bar, Mark has a bar. We buy a bottle for ourselves sometimes. But when we do, it's always, what can I buy that we have not reviewed yet?
That's
Versus
hard.
what do I want to buy in my
Yes.
bar?
Every
So-
once in a while, it's what do I need on the bar?
Exactly. Every once in a while it is, but most of the time it's not. So like the quarter cask I have eyed for like months, but I'm like, we need other scotches first.
It's
Yeah.
tough because you have a finite amount of cash available to go buy that stuff, and usually that's over what the wife even thinks you're going to spend, right?
Always.
So
we don't talk about scotch.
No,
fun
it's
and
like
fun.
Fight Club.
That's right.
That's right.
You don't talk about Scotch Club.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure if they sat down and thought about it, they would know, and I'm sure they do, and they just kind of
yeah.
Old fashioned boys.
Oh,
the old
Black
go-to.
Label.
The old
Johnny
go-to.
Black. Man, I haven't had that in a long time.
I love black.
So
thought you were going
right,
to be a pirate for a second.
right now,
Arr.
my bar is essentially Scotch free because we
Actually, I drank all that. I
drunk
gotta get
them
another
all.
bottle.
So
Your bar scotch free?
it is essentially. I don't know if I have any. This is my Laphroaig bottle. It's empty, unfortunately. So
Time to go to the store, then, man.
yeah, I got.
That's all there is to it.
I bought a set of tires for my car a few months ago. Got a $100 gift card from buying those tires. That's my Scotch card now.
Got to get it from somewhere.
Yep.
Actually, we're kind of stocked up for a couple of weeks anyway.
Yeah, so for the
Which is
bar,
nice.
we've got, or for reviews and things like that, we've got a good supply.
Yeah, so just so you guys know, we always try to do, we try to do a couple reviews a week just so we can have some extras,
Just in case something happens, like this week and last week, Mark wasn't available to do one. with
So
us.
you'll probably see some stuff like come out, like I think today's video, we're going to go live on Patreon. Well, obviously that was last
We've
couple weeks
already
ago.
done that.
So
We're live. And we're talking about our 100th review. We've already published that. So
that's right. So
it's a little bit out of order, but that's all right.
it's okay. But we have to do that in order to make sure we have the bottles and the forecast.
But
Plus, our producers got to have time to get us all
Yes,
together.
process.
And,
And,
yeah.
Yeah, well, it is quite a bit of work to do all this stuff.
I know.
Yeah.
It really is. Not
We
just
appreciate
the producing, but I mean all of us doing things.
Yeah.
So
It takes some time. But it's been nice over the years to see how many people have joined us. And, like nights like tonight make it worthwhile.
yeah, this is great. We just love it. I mean, the fact that, who knew 2 years ago we're doing this for fun, and we thought, let's just share what we think, and it's grown. I mean,
yeah, we
it's
got
evolving.
people all over the world sitting at our bar tonight, drinking Scotch, talking about Scotch. And that's what it's about.
Everybody's talking about your bar not having Scotch.
That's weak, Andrew. That's weak.
He's going to the store. Besides, he lives across the street. If he wants his glass, he can just come over here and get it.
That's what.
That's probably the reason I don't actively have bottles.
Jim said he would get the shakes if there was no Scotch in his bar. Oh my God, he's Scotch.
I mean, and you probably would too, except that you can come over here.
Well, that's the beauty. So every week I got at least one bottle and some drinking tonight, and ultimately the Scotch I'm drinking tonight is probably stuff I wouldn't normally have on my bar because we've been able to put together as a group some better bottles. Yeah, I'm going to get some porter cask. I'm going to get. I need some Bowmore. Bowmore 15 Darkest is one of my overall go-tos. Well, look at my top 10 videos and you can kind of see some of my favorites. I got to get some
smoke and smoke.
Well, I can add sweet to the smoke, but admittedly, there aren't any real like Speyside, sherry casks that are really on there. I tend to like the
18 small batches not on there. That's a great.
I might have put that on there. That is a good Scotch.
Great Scotch.
But I need to find a bottle of that Tullibardine 228.
That's a great Scotch.
They got some of that up on the table.
Because that's one of my.
I do like that.
Richest.
You know what's funny? I was at Mike's house yesterday, and he had a bourbon that was finished in Cabernet casks.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that legal?
That's exactly my face that I made. And,
is that legal?
I don't know. I didn't think so, but it's just finished in it. So I don't know if they're trying to do some different things like that now, but it was called Blood Orange, I think, and it had that like dark orangey color to it. It looked good.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and talk him into bringing that bottle over. So, Mike, if you're on tonight, you know what I'm saying. You just bring that over. Actually, they're gonna be helping us out the first 2 weeks of June when these guys are gone. We're gonna have some guest dummies.
Oh, sweet!
On here, so I've already hit them up. So. It's amazing how easy it is to grease the wheels of cooperation with a little bit of free booze.
There's free booze on there.
I'm there. What do you want?
Okay, so we're getting close to the end of the hour here, but Wine Light actually had a good question.
That's a good idea.
Really good question. So can we forecast bottles that we're going to review to you guys so that you can go buy some and maybe enjoy it with us or during the review? I mean, it's not a bad idea.
I think that's a yes, because we can know a couple weeks ahead.
Yeah, I can tell you
what's
right
going to
now.
post in like 2 or 3 weeks. So
we can tell you what we got sitting on the bar right now. That
if you're a patron, you actually get to see what we're going to post a week ahead. So
that's a good point. So as you sign up, one of the things you get is a few extra days before. We normally post on Thursday. Patreons post what? Monday or Tuesday?
I think Monday. Yeah.
So that gives you a chance to see our actual review. You can decide, do you want to buy that bottle and join us on Thursday night for the live discussion.
So, yeah, we're hoarding ourselves out a little bit, but call to action. Go sign up for Patreon. Even if it's a $3 or $1 thing, just go for it. It helps us out. So, appreciate it. Thank you.
Do we want to tell them a few of the bottles that we've got back there?
Sure.
Well, you guys are back there.
Well, we were at the Glenmorangie tasting, and so we picked up some bottles there. These are coming up.
So we got the Signet, we've got the 18-year, and Quinta Ruban, the port cask finish.
That's coming up.
So we really enjoyed all three of these, and actually, at least the 18 is going to be featured on our food special, just because I enjoyed it that much, paired with a couple things at the dinner.
Yep.
We're going to do the Dewar's 12. Which, is a really entry-level glass, but I think we need to do it.
We're going to show that?
Why not? It's coming up.
We got the Lefroy Select. This one you guys will not be able to get, only because there was only a couple hundred bottles of this. But we've got the Creative Whiskey Company, does exclusive casks. And this was they can't tell you what it is, but it's Lagavulin. Wink, wink.
Nice.
So this was a cask strength Lagavulin that they bottled. And actually, that was the one that we were drinking, 1 or 2 glasses ago?
Yes.
Excellent.
And so some of you pointed this out earlier, and yes, that is
the 15 Revival.
It is that is coming.
And we're really excited. That one's going to be sooner rather than later.
Hoagie has not tried the Signet. We have a Scotch. Hoagie has not tried.
No way! So that was really neat talking to the distributor, the ambassador about that. Some of the mash bill or the grain bill that goes into making the new make.
We'll save it for the review.
We will.
That's a good one.
I'm not going to bring it up.
He can't help himself.
I can't.
So we've got that. You guys already saw the Jura Superstition. That's going to come up. We've also got a Glenrothes back there that's a peated cask that we have to do, and the Edredor 10
In the spring
is
bank.
still on. Oh, and the Springbank. Yeah, we've got quite a few scotches. We
Hey,
went a
this
little
is
back
like, this is like 3 months worth of Scotch.
Yeah, we've got a bunch. So, I mean, we've got a lot of good scotch coming up, which we're pretty excited about. Actually, and you still got one
I've got a
at
couple
your
in my
house.
house, I think.
That one that we tried the other day, that's going to be an
It's
interesting.
an interesting
review.
one. I kind of liked it. Mark and I liked it. You're kind of the fence.
I'm anxious to hear how Andrew feels about that one.
Which one?
This is actually one you can't get in the States. They don't release it here.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll talk about that one at a later date. That one's down the road, but we've got a bunch to do. So you're going to see some really cool scotches coming up.
Yep. It's
I would-
interesting seeing the comments of people.
Yeah,
going,
people are like,
that's
yeah,
good.
yeah, that's great.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, I like that. That's good. Yeah, exactly.
I will say that
That's why we do it.
I will say this much, and I can't wait to review it with all
Now,
four
what
of
about
us
this
here.
one? We didn't talk
But
about
that Quinta Bourbon is it's an amazing Scotch. I was not expecting that. It's one of the actually
it's not that
affordable.
expensive.
It's not that
really
expensive.
not that expensive.
yeah, it's like $60 maybe.
It was interesting pairing the food with those scotches that night.
Yeah.
And we had a really good time with that.
I'm gonna.
Keith, this is the Burgundy
I'm
Springbank.
really looking for that one.
Yeah, we haven't opened that one at all yet or sampled it at all, and I'm kind of anxious about that one because it seems like the red wine casks lend
those
a
are
really
great.
unique flavor
Those
profile to the
deep,
Scotch.
rich fruit
So we're looking forward
flavors.
to that a lot.
Definitely good.
Wow. You guys are great. This is awesome.
So you can see we got some great scotches coming up.
Yeah, so we're excited to do some of that. If you guys have any suggestions, and you always do, and we try to get into as many as we can. But there's a limited amount of time and funds, and so
Yes.
we're slowly working our way through as many as we can get to.
That's it.
But if you guys do have suggestions of stuff that you'd like to see, we're happy to work on it for you.
Yeah, so some of those have already been recorded. Some of them still need to be recorded.
Only a couple. I mean, most of those we still have to shoot.
Most of them are still to be shot.
And it sucks because all this good scotch just made it to my bar, and we can't really drink much of it.
Yeah,
We
it's
gotta save some.
it's gonna be lasting for a while. So
Yeah.
we just gave you like 2 months, 3 months worth of.
Where's Mark?
We need to get the fourth
Forecasting.
dummy back so we can get some of this going. So next week we'll be back to doing regular reviews, and Mark will be back in the chair, and we'll be back here on next Thursday night
We will be.
at our normal time. So
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
So appreciate you guys. Love
thanks
you.
for joining
Thanks,
us. We
yeah, thanks for
appreciate
joining
it.
us. See you next
Cheers.
week. Cheers.